Nifty has crossed 19,000 level and reached all-time high as of 30th of June 2023. I'm sure you all would want to know whether current level of Nifty is frothy or it is reasonably valued. To find out this, you have to look at two parameters. One is earning per share and two is P multiples, which means how many times it is trading basis the earnings. So let's look at this data. So Nifty earnings went up about 6% in last financial year. This financial year, Bloomberg is expecting that it will go up about 21%. We have taken a conservative estimation of 15%. So with this 15%, we expect that earnings will reach to 944. Now with this data, how can we find out whether market is frothy or reasonably valued? Let's look at this. So what is froth? Froth is nothing but current level of Nifty minus reasonable level of Nifty. We all know what is current level of Nifty. To find out reasonable level of Nifty, you have to look at the earnings of Nifty 50 companies 1 year down the line, multiply by reasonable P. And reasonable P is 20 basis the last 15 years data, which means Nifty has been trading of 20 times of its 1 year forward earnings. So if you look at the today's level of Nifty, 19,189, and if you take the earnings of 1 year down the line, which is 944, if you multiply by that with 20, you'll come to know 18,880 is the reasonable level of Nifty. So if you just minus that from 19,189, you can clearly see the froth is about only 300 points, or rather 1.5%, which means there is no froth at all. Now that we have seen markets are not frothy and they're reasonably valued, I'm sure you would want to know what is the reasonable level of Nifty 1 year down the line. So to find out today's reasonable level of Nifty, we have looked at the earnings next financial year. To find out the reasonable level of Nifty in March 24, we have to look at the earnings of March 25. The expectation here again is that these earnings will go about 11%, which means from 944, the earning per share of Nifty 50 companies will go to 1,048. So if you multiply this number by reasonable P of 20, you'll clearly see that the reasonable level of Nifty in March 24 would be approximately 21,000 level, which means from today's level, it will go about 9% for next 9 months. And if you have a well-managed mutual fund portfolio, that should go about 2 to 3% higher than the Nifty, which means you can clearly expect about 11 to 12% returns from your mutual fund portfolio by March 24.